And
No.
and so on second.
Hello,
Okay.
guys. Good evening.
Okay. Okay. So Wanderley is here. He knows everything, and I will
I
just
wish.
listen him to. Uh, so anyway, let
Okay,
me
guys.
see.
So,
Let me see
how
what's
about
your.
we do the initial prayer just to calm down everyone.
Yeah, really. Okay. Thank you for offering yourself, just in a gentle way.
I'm gonna have to do it. Yeah. Okay, guys. Good evening for everyone. For those who feel comfortable, I'd like to invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath. I know that we were working before. Most of us are working from home, some of us with kids, with a lot of things to do. But let's try to calm down ourselves, to bring ourselves to this present moment at this study here today. We would like to thank the good spirits, the mentors of the group, for the opportunity to be here again with Stevan, talking about the gospel according to Spiritism, the gospel of our Master Jesus, and the good spirits. Also, would like to wish that everyone here may have a good time. May this information touch their brains, their minds, but the most important part is to touch their hearts in order to them to bring these beautiful teachings inside their daily activities. Thank God and so be it.
Amen. Okay. Okay. So, my friend, just
Actually, yeah, sorry.
recap. Just recap a little bit from last week. We discussed about the family ties, why we
Yeah,
born in a blessed family full of fights and problems and misunderstandings, and also those who were born in a family, they are all lovely, all well connected, all well synchronized, and everything goes right. So we kind of went through this. And do you want to?
no, I mean we explained it before last week also the difference between resurrection and reincarnation, which was the beginning of the chapter, and also as Stephen was saying, how family ties instead of being lost with reincarnation, they are even become stronger. They become more powerful with the teachings of reincarnation, and also as Stephen was saying, we all have difficult families to deal with. Not all, but for us who have difficult families to deal with, there is a reason behind. And for those who have a wonderful family, there are reasons behind also, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. Also, that kind of marriage in which you have fight from the day one to day whatever. Those we are married for 80 years and everything is running smoothly, of course, with problems, with barriers, but all being overcome together, you know? So,
Yeah. And today, Stephen, we're going to be talking in the item 24, the limits of reincarnation. And here, Kardec starts with a really nice question in the item 24. Are there limits of reincarnation? Guys, if anyone wants to send to us a question about this, please send a question to us. But I invite you guys to leave your comment here, asking your opinion. If you guys think that Is there any limit of about how many times we can reincarnate, we must reincarnate? If you guys have any thoughts on this topic, please send your thoughts to us. Okay? But
Okay.
here, Stevan, we have to understand the spirits here, they are talking about Earth specifically. Is there any limit of reincarnations upon Earth? And they will explain to us that there are no limits of reincarnations, but as we studied in the Spirit's book before, the spirit cannot stay doing evil forever or lazy forever. So the spirit cannot stagnated forever. Okay, so even if there are no limits for the incarnations, the spirit cannot stay in that stage doing the same things forever. One day he might come to reincarnate, or one day he may stop reincarnating. He might come to reincarnate on Earth. I mean, because we can ask the other question around: can I stay in the spirit world forever? If there is a limit for incarnation, can I stay in the spiritual world forever? And both questions we're gonna try to answer here. But once Kardec asks about Earth specifically, he said there is no limit, but the spirit can reincarnate for so many centuries extra than what he should,
Yes.
you know. But then, what will determine the amount of times that I'm going to reincarnate? The actions which I do, how good I act upon with my free will. So let's take myself and Stevan here, okay? And we are starting in the same day in the same college. Okay, we are there. And then Stevan is really fast. He's good with numbers. He's good with mathematics. And actually, by the way, he is, guys. So I'm
Yeah.
terrible at this.
But
Yeah.
don't ask me to write an essay or something like that, you know?
Yes, yeah, everyone has their difficulties also. But let's say about maths. Steven is really good at maths. I'm really bad, but not only because I'm bad, but maybe I'm too lazy. And then Steven passed the first semester, second semester, third semester, and keep going. Okay, while I'm stay passing the other semesters in the other subjects, but in maths I'm there. So maybe it was because I have a difficult, but in most of the cases, Kardec explains to us, it's because we choose badly. We exercise our free will in a badly way. And most of the time, because we can be a bit lazy, or we can be a bit, I forgot the word now. Oh God, the word just disappeared. Or we can be quite rebel with our choices. We can be a bit stubborn.
Let me add just a
Yep,
little bit of thing
please,
here
Steven.
because the way Wanderley, well done, he explained. It's my view is, for example, at the moment we need to decide which career we want to take. Okay, engineer, physician, physics, chemistry, or whatever you want to do, or science, computer science, whatever. I believe, I cannot say 100%, but most of the people said, okay, which career give us more money?
Makes sense, yeah.
Okay? And then you say, oh, I'm going to be a doctor. But for example, following the same example, what I said, oh, I don't like biology. And I just studied to pass the year and that's it. And then I became a frustrated doctor, you know, and I just turned a physician because of the money. So this is in my opinion, a good example how we are using our free will in a very, very bad way. Instead of following our talents, we go through the money, or sometimes we go through, oh, because my dad, my mom, they are physicians, I need to be a physician as well. So and the parents push you to do that. So we have this case as well,
True.
you know. So I think that's a good example of how we do not follow our, let's say, our heart, our instinct.
Yeah, but in either examples that we are giving here, we can say one thing, that we are incarnating more than we should. And in our level, reincarnation means uh, not pain, but remember, we are incarnating in a world of atonement and punishment. So to be reincarnate here on Earth is not like going to,
Disneyland.
Disneyland, ask for a Big Mac, Coke, and how you call a hat of Mickey Mouse.
Mickey
It's
Mouse
not
hat. Huh?
Mickey Mouse, yeah. So it's not all fun. So we can imply that reincarnating on Earth, it's quite painful. So reincarnating on Earth for most of us, it shows that we are not that evolved yet. So in order for us to keep progressing, uh, according to the Spirit's book, we will reincarnate in different worlds. So there are no limits of reincarnations on Earth. But as Steven said, and as I was saying, that's going to be up to us. But does that mean that once we are, let's say, more evolved, are we not going to reincarnate on Earth anymore? Not exactly, because sometimes, as we gave, I think, a week before, I always use this example. Alcione, in the book Renunciation, she was in a high evolved place. She chose to reincarnate on Earth to help her family, her spiritual family, who were failing here. So, more evolved you are, more you're gonna have to less you're gonna have to reincarnate on Earth, but you may choose. But here there is no limit of reincarnation to us on Earth.
Yeah.
But as we said, also just to emphasize, this cannot be forever. So even if there is no limit, I cannot be reincarnated here on Earth forever. At some stage, the Spirit will say, okay, now I want to progress. Now I want to change. And in general, it happens when the pain is quite big. When we start to see everyone that we love going away, and you are left behind. And then you say, okay, now I want to reincarnate because I want to see my siblings, I want to see my friends. Imagine Steve reincarnating on Jupiter, and Wanderley he is here behind. I'm gonna say no. I want to go to Jupiter. Of course, I want to go to Jupiter.
No way.
So then I have to force myself. You know what I
But
mean?
but you can say here, this remind me what you said, just to put some theory, what Wanderley said, we can find on question 132 of the Spirit's book. What's the purpose of reincarnation? And the Spirit's answers. God imposes incarnation with the purpose of leading spirits to perfection. For some, it is an expiation, for others, a mission. So, incarnation, again, is not a punishment. Incarnation is a expiation. What it is expiation? Expiation is when you decide, when you recognize a problem or a virtue that you need to work, like I need to work my selfishness, I need to work my pride, I need to work my stubbornness, something like this, and you decide what the environment you will be born in order to exercise these virtues, and then you overcome this barrier. Okay, some, as Wanderley said, incarnate. We say, oh, Stevan will reincarnate in order to go to fight, let's say, against his tendencies of selfishness, of pride. And Wanderley said, okay, he is my friend. I will incarnate as well, and I will help him as much as I can in order to allow him to overcome this barrier. Okay. Of course, we are saying here in which we have the permission to choose to plan our incarnation. For some, they didn't reach that level yet, and they need, and the mentors or the guardian angels, they decide what is the best for them until they they reach a certain level, they can take their own decisions.
True.
Okay?
And
Yeah.
here,
Okay.
guys,
I also want to reincarnate in Jupiter as well.
or Saturn. Yeah,
Yeah.
Saturn would be
Yeah.
amazing
There's
also.
a queue here to incarnate there.
Yeah. Welcome, join the queue, guys.
But for some reason, something's telling me, and it's not mediumship, we will reincarnate more and more here on Earth.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
so,
but guys, again, what can we do? Earth is an amazing place.
oh
We
yes.
gotta make it. We gotta make it painful or less painful according to what we do. I mean, it's
Bravo.
not really. I think Mara is asking here something, Steven.
Mara, let me
Yeah.
see. In which occasion, okay, let me put it here. In which occasions would the spirit go back in levels instead of evolving apart from suicide? Mara,
Okay.
first things
Steven. Yeah.
first. Wanderley, go first.
Yeah. Sorry, Mara. Let's. Sorry, because there is no way the spirit should go back, even with suicide. According to the Spiritist teachings, the spirit never returns to the level of that he was before. It's like this. You always go up. You can stay in a line like this, but you never return. Even with suicide.
Yeah.
Suicide makes the spirit to suffer for a while. It's true. We cannot say that it's not gonna happen, but the spirit never return to the level of to previous levels. We are always progressing. That's the law of universe. Kardec says to us that every spirit and everything in the universe must progress, and nothing goes back.
Mhm.
So we cannot reincarnate in a body of an animal. We cannot reincarnate in a body of I don't know, an insect or something like this. Always go up, but because of our rebelness, we can stay steady for a while. That's true,
Mhm.
but never forever. Sorry,
Yeah,
Steven, go
I
ahead.
can give
I
you
hope I
I can
explain
give you
well.
an example, Mara, just in the way you said, like a person. Okay, I will kill myself in this incarnation. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. One way I hang myself. Okay, so next incarnation, perhaps you will be reincarnated with some problems in your voice, in your. But then I reincarnate with these problems, and I will jump in a bridge again. I will kill myself again in the bridge. Now, in this situation, we can see we are stuck in the same level. Okay,
Yeah,
and then I will reincarnate again with perhaps a problem in my legs. Okay, so and I cannot walk, but I still see that life is miserable. I don't give value to life. And with my hands, because my legs, I cannot walk, I will kill myself different reasons. Okay? So I kill for the third time. I kill myself for the third time. And then the benefactor say, okay, he needs to give value to life. He needs to complete the entire incarnation. Okay, now he will be born without arms, without legs, and he can give value of the life, give value to life. I'm not saying here those brothers and sisters who are born now without legs, without arms, they kill themselves in previous life. I'm not saying this. I'm just saying here it is how we can overcome a plateau situation, how the divine justice works in order to be able to help you, to give you value to your life, and you complete your incarnation, and next time when you come, you have more value to life, and then you don't kill yourself, and so on. The same time, Wanderley, like this example, if I was a murderer in my previous incarnation, and I killed 10 people, but in this incarnation, I kill just 9, is a progress.
Oh,
I
yeah.
kill one less. See? So this is how it works, and how we needed to make ourselves aware of what we are doing today, not tomorrow, not yesterday. What we are doing today is the most important thing for our evolution. Okay.
Steve, I think we have one more question from Maria.
Yeah, Maria Doya. My stepmother believes that the generation who born before 90 cannot reincarnate anymore. What do you think? This
You
is
go or go, Steve? Yeah, go
huh?
ahead, Steve. Go
I would
ahead.
say, Maria, this is my opinion. Ask our opinion here. I don't know. I don't think so. It's not because you're born in the 90s you not reincarnate anymore. No, it's not like this. This is every situation has their unique situation. So it's case by case. All depends. You can born like in 70s, and for some reason the good things you are have doing, all the good work you're doing, you will not reincarnate in this world anymore. You go to a more evolved world. And sometimes you born in 90s, but you still struggling with your pride, with your vanity, with your lack of humanity. I'm pretty sure you will reincarnate here again. So it's case by case. It's not kind of, we cannot generalize, but this is my opinion. Wanderley, now it's
Now, I think this information comes in the internet, especially because some people they start to associate this with that documentary data limits of which they claim it's about Chico Xavier, but it's more about other person, which I'm not going to be saying the name here. But I think this information, with all respect, Maria, is wrong. I was born before 90s. I was born in 1983. And I think I reincarnate on Earth. I'm not saying I'm an angel, but I think what I'm trying to say is, as Stevan said, many good people who were born even in like before, they did so many good things to us. I think a lot of Brazilians here they know a guy called Leandro Carnal. He made a post here today, which I think we can reflect on this. He took I think he was Czech, if I'm not mistaken, Franz Kafka, a writer, and Hitler, an Austrian, everyone knows his story, but both were born in the same year. But one chose to do to put his frustrations into writing, to create good things. The other one decided to destroy people, to kill people. So they were born in the same year. So the year that you born doesn't make any difference. What you do with your life, like Stevan said, it's what makes difference. Of course, there are certain things which I was there. Stevan was there also. I think Stevan was beside me. I don't know if he remember, but Dr. Décio Iandoli Jr., which Elsa knows quite well also, he told in an interview that we have recorded in our channel. He told that to me, actually, in front of me when I was interviewing him, that spirits who are born after the years 2000, not all, but most of the spirits, they are not spirits which are related to the words of atonement and expiations anymore, because you are in a stage of progress now. But this information about 90s, I think Don said here also that heard that. But as Don said here, this word which Don says, makes the entire difference. I've heard that really bad spirits cannot reincarnate after 1990s. Yes, so bad spirits in general from the 90s, from the 50s, from the 60s, most of them they cannot reincarnate anymore because we are coming into a stage that spirits who are more tuned with Earth, with it's gonna be the word of regeneration, they're gonna have a very they can have a more purified perispirit. Once we talk about perispirit, we go back to the item here. When Kardec explains to us that the perispirit progress also, the perispirit as the spirit, it's changing throughout time. So these perispirits, the spirits which are there, they have their perispirit connected, who are still really heavy, really dense, and still insisting doing evils, doesn't matter when they were born. They're not gonna be reincarnated anymore. But that's to answer these two questions, this point which Don brought also, but to explain also that our spirit itself is progressing. Not only earth, not only our physical body, our spirits progress. That's why when you get high level spirits, in the spirits book, Kardec asks, can bad spirits go anywhere they wish to? The spirit said no, because their perispirit has a limitation, has a vibrator, has a vibration limitation, according to happier words. But on the contrary, it works. Kardec asks, how about good spirits? Do they can go everywhere? And the spirits say yes, they can go everywhere, and they must go everywhere to help the lower spirits. So more evolved you are, your spirit, you have more freedom. That's why
Mhm.
we always talk about free will here. More dense your perispirit is, consequently, your spirit will be also. You are more you have only certain levels of choosing where you're going to be going, and you only have certain levels of choosing where you're going to be reincarnating.
Yeah, and also it's good to emphasize here, anyway, you said something very good. Like we are saying, oh, I want to reincarnate in Jupiter, I want to reincarnate there. That's how the law of progress works. The planet Earth is evolving. Okay, so we will reincarnate people who will allow Earth evolve. Those who are not in the same, let's say, symphony, in the same level of vibration, or how the earth is walking through, they will not be penalized. They will just reborn in a world that's coming, okay, which is in a world which is more in the same vibration, the same symphony as those spirits. And we can see some kind of this, like for example, here on Earth, one at the beginning of our ages, like we can see the people, the Egypts, for example. Until now, nobody can explain how the pyramids was built, like the king, the pharaoh Tutankhamun. He has like a knife with a metal which is not from that region. So we cannot explain this. We assume, I cannot affirm, we assume these are people evolved in one type of word, but the word evolved. So the divine justice allowed them to come to earth because earth was behind their level of degree of evolution, and say, okay, let them incarnate then on earth and start to push the humanity to that level, because it's not just pyramid. Egypt gave a notion of how is built the society, how is how it works, these the systems of like hygiene, and a lot of things. I don't want to go in there because I will say something wrong. But this is a kind of evolution for us, is showing perhaps these brothers and sisters who are incarnated here is kind of doing the same thing, because they are not bad, very bad anymore. They will push us, they will make us more what's the word, more
Help us to progress, basically.
yeah, more with a different view. They will give us a different view, they will give us a different concept, and we will change our mind, and we go there, oh, what he's saying is making sense, I believe, and we change the behavior and change. So that's how it works. That's how the evolution works. But ever we go back.
But Steve, you made a point that I'd say, at least for me, I was quite curious before, until I think you mentioned the Egyptians, okay, and we know that they did so many things for our civilization. But then, if you think coldly nowadays, we think, okay, the old Egyptian civilization, they were very powerful, rich, and very intelligent. And as Stevan said, according to some spiritists, they came from a different place, which is called Capella. It's a star, okay? But we're not going to go through this to this topic here today. But one point which I want to bring is this: if they were so clever, why the country of Egypt now is not so developed? I'm not saying anything against, don't get me wrong, but then we have to think the spirits which came to the Egyptian civilization that time, they are not the same spirits who are living there now.
Perfect. You
And
answer your question.
that's it. Because the spirits, they change. So the
Exactly.
spirits, yeah, the spirits who were incarnated in Greece, in the good time of Greece, they're not the same spirits who are incarnating in Greece now. The spirits who are incarnating in Brazil now, probably they're not going to be the same spirits who is going to be reincarnating in 2,000 years time. Or I'm not saying that we are not, but maybe we are the Indians, maybe we are not the Indians, we are the Portuguese, whatever. What I'm saying is, every region, every country that we have, because countries, they change their names and their sides according to history and war and situations like this. What I'm trying to say, that group of spirits, they keep changing. So in the spiritual world, let's say the Egyptians, they said they achieved their progress in the old times. What they supposed to be doing here on Earth? Nothing. They tick all the buttons. They said, okay, I finished what I have to do here. I solved my issues reincarnating on Earth. I'm gonna go back home, and home for there is not Earth. Home for there was Capella, this star in the constellation of Alpha Centauri. No, Alpha Centauri is a star. Sorry,
No,
guys,
no.
but yeah, the constellation far away, in the constellation of Vega, I think. I'm not sure. Não, Cocheiro. Como que é Cocheiro em inglês, guys? Constellation of
I don't know.
I forgot, but they went back the same as the spirits who incarnated in the old Asian civilization. They come here to Earth, they fix their things, and bye bye Earth. And that's what happens. Once we do whatever we have to do here, yes, some spirits, they are still gonna be here attached with Earth. We have one good example, which is Dr. Bezerra de Menezes. Dr. Bezerra de Menezes, once he left his reincarnation in the 1920s, 1910, if I'm not mistaken. Elsa can correct me, please, or Steven. But once he passed away, he didn't have to reincarnate on Earth anymore, but he requested to reincarnate on Earth. He wanted to be connected with Earth because he loved it too much. Earth, but in his case, especially Brazil. Okay, but that's one case in particular. Many other cases we can talk about. But he asked to reincarnate on Earth. So yes, we still, once we are evolving, we still can ask. But there will be a time that once we accomplished everything, we're gonna go to other places, and other spirits they're gonna come to here to Earth, and this cycle keep progressing until Earth. And by the way, guys, I have bad news here for you guys. Earth one day is going to explode. There will be no more Earth. Not explode, probably to get frozen, and it's gonna be forgotten in the space, like Pluto, for example. So, guys, I have bad news, but that's gonna take maybe 10 billion years to happen, guys.
I
So
never
no
heard that.
rush.
I never heard
Yeah,
that.
yeah, everything. Yeah, like the sun. The sun has another 10 billion years, and after
Yeah, well,
this,
it's
the sun is
because
gone.
yeah, we can see like some stars. We just see the light,
They
but the
die.
star doesn't exist anymore.
So that's what I'm trying to say, guys. Is this the universe must progress? We must progress, and we are changing all the time. As we change families with reincarnations, we change globes. But of course, we don't change globes from incarnation to reincarnation. Takes a
Yeah.
while, you
We
know.
do we do have a question here from Don Mara. I will go back to your question, but just because don't ask what Wanderley just said. Suppose all the Capellans have returned to their home planets. Different books sometimes give a slight different story, and especially the timeline. Don,
Yeah,
I can give you my opinion. As you said, many I already read many books that give different stories, but my opinion is because of the time, I believe all the Capellans have returned um, to their world. My guess,
yeah.
my guess, because we cannot say 100% sure here. I don't know unless whether they have heard something different.
Yeah. What I heard is the Aryans, which they were more related. They were the most rebel of the spirits which came to Earth. The Aryans, which most of them reincarnated on Europe. According to some people in the Spiritist movement, which I believe they are quite, we can trust on them. A few of them that are still reincarnating here on Earth, and they still here attached with Earth, but only those ones related to the Aryan people.
Mm,
Aryan people is the group. There is no relation with that crazy idea of Hitler. Aryan people, blah blah blah. There is no relation, guys. Please don't mix things here, okay?
yeah,
Aryan people was the name given in these books, but
yeah.
that's according to them.
I don't know. So, might ask here, does it all mean the Earth is on the path to become a better place? Sorry if that was already mentioned before. Just want to make sure I understand.
Steve, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna answer this before I
Yeah,
go. Mara, let's try to explain one thing. It's not Earth which is going to become a good place. It's the spirits who are incarnating on Earth. In the Genesis, Kardec says to us very, very clear. Earth is changing, yes, but Earth is changing because the spirits who are habiting Earth are changing. So the
100%.
planet, yeah, the planet itself doesn't change because the planet starts to change because the spirits who are living there, who are activating that psychosphere, are changing their ways of thinking, are changing their wishes. Then Earth starts to change. Yes, Earth is becoming a better place, but because the spirits who are habiting on Earth are becoming better people. If we were being still evil people like before in the Middle Ages, for example, where we weren't the best people ever, Earth would still be the same. We would still have water, would still have air, would still have fruits, but the psychosphere of Earth would be still a bit heavier. So the psychosphere of Earth is getting lighter. So once only good spirits started to live on Earth, Earth will see the changes because of our energy and vibration, not the opposite way. It's
Yeah.
not Earth we change, then we change. It's the opposite. We change and then Earth change.
Yeah, the earth, like Don said here, the earth will respond according to the energy of the spirits here.
100%. Yeah.
Proof of that is like let's take like 1 year ago when we have a global lockdown and everybody was most of the population was respecting the lockdown. They were at home. We saw
Yeah.
animals uh, like
Venice.
like Venice. They saw
Yeah.
dolphins on the city. We saw the level of
pollution
carbon
dropping.
was dropped. We can see like the air was more pure. So if you do a research, we saw that in this period we were locked down for, I don't know, 2-3 months, with everybody was kind of respecting this lockdown. The earth was able to regenerate itself. Like even though I read that that ozone layer, the ozone layer was recovered. So I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just saying I read that. No, I don't want to go to this path. But what I'm saying is, we just changed our behavior. That's it. We didn't do anything. Nobody. We just did change our behavior, and we started to, like, say, pray more. We're more. Let's say we are more attuned with good spirits, and see the change happen like in days. The difference was clearly. So that's why changing ourselves doesn't require anything.
What is asking?
Let me see here. The air quality here was wonderful until people started driving again. Yeah, Mara say, well, Mara, yeah, Don's is in Chicago, Mara. So, yes, even though I saw, I didn't think about increased prayer. Good call. Yeah. I saw a satellite image of China, and the level of pollution in China in the time they were in lockdown was very, very few points. Instead of now, it's everything back again. But at that time, it was reduced. So again, and this didn't require you read all the books of Kardec. This didn't require you read all the Bible. No, this just required change of habits. And again, like Don said, we are, even though we are not praying like the word per se, we were more tuned with the superior spirit, asking for this finish soon. Let's heal the world. Like we saw many movements, people praising the doctors, people praising, we saw here in Germany and here in Ireland as well, people used to leave food and water on beside the roads because the truck drivers needed to stop to eat and to have a drink, and all the gas stations who are near the roads were closed. So people are doing this type of thing, and what changed? Nothing. Did it require nothing from us? We just changed the behavior. And the question is, why we not keep doing the same thing? Why we not? We will have many, many, many answers here. So we're gonna lose Wanderley now.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for her to come. She still didn't come, so
okay. Let's take advantage of him here.
But Steve, it's nice what you mentioned, because I think there is one. I think Elsa can correct me, but I think it was Givaldo who said that in the time of Christmas, in general, the psychosphere of Earth becomes much better, because even if people they are not so religious like before, even if people they don't care, even people they are thinking about Christmas time and buying things, a lot of people they really connected with the birth of Jesus. A lot of people they become more generous. So you may be an atheist, but in the Christmas time, you see someone poor on the street, instead of giving €1, you give $5, because you got a promotion in your company, you got something extra in your company, you give. Some people they get a box of I don't know, different foods, box of chocolate and they give to the people. So what we are trying to say that once there are certain times of the year where people they tune it a little bit more, and the Christmas times is a good time for us, to tune our vibration. Unfortunately, most of the time is only during Christmas time that some people they connect, but could be worse, guys. We could still be in the Middle Ages doing the atrocities that we did. At least now we connect ourselves at certain times, for some people at certain times of the year. Luckily, we have a better habit of
Mhm.
praying or, doing spiritism, but that's each one of us will have a different time. But just make this comment about Christmas.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, it is true. It is true. More or less, we are focused on this uh, giving spirit, practicing the charity, because at the end is everything is charity, is practicing the charity.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So let me see here. I didn't think about increasing your prayer. Good call. Yeah, don't said. So far, what we have in terms of when we die, it's like we have the materialist approach, which is okay, I die here, finish, stop it, that's it, happy days, see you, finish. So, all the work you have done, all the efforts you are doing to become a better person, when you die, doesn't work for nothing. Another approach we have, let me see here, is the pantheist doctrine or teachings, which is when you die, we will be absorbed by the force, by the energy, by the everything. So that, and then we have all the religions we do have, like for example, the Catholics, they believe they will die, but they will be sleeping, waiting for to be judged when Jesus return. Other religion think differently, you know. And then we have the Spiritist teachings, which tell us, hey, there when you die, you go to the real life, and the real life is like the same life you have here. So if you know more theories, please let me know. This is what I point out here in my study notes here. That's what we have so far. And perhaps you can say, this is right, this is wrong. Pick one. Decide which one you will say you want. Nobody knows the truth, because I didn't die and came here again. What we do believe is, yes, we have enough evidences. We do believe in that. This is part of us to believe we will keep with our life for many time.
But again, guys, it's always don't see reincarnation here on Earth, as I think Mara said that she wants to reincarnate here on Earth. She likes. I like too, Mara. So don't see to be reincarnated here on Earth as something bad, guys. Don't go in this direction. There is no bad. There is no good. There is no right. There is no wrong. It's up to us what we're gonna be doing with our reincarnation. But what we are trying to say here to you guys, as Steve was mentioning, pantheism and things like this, different ways of seeing afterlife, there are things There are knowledge which Spiritism brings to us, which can help us to keep progressing, to keep changing, to keep learning more and more. And as we always said here, I like saying this because I like astronomy. Everything in the universe progress. Our spirits progress. We all progress. Stevan is not the same Stevan which I met, I don't know, 8, 9 years ago. I'm not the same Wanderley which met Stevan met,
We are not the
you
same
know,
people we were 1 year ago.
yesterday, 1 year ago. We
No,
changed.
let's use like April 2020 when we started doing
Yeah,
these lives.
yeah,
We changed it. We changed our behavior. This somehow changed your way to think.
very true.
No. And the lessons of reincarnation is solidarity. That's the true lesson we can take from reincarnation. Because we need to reincarnate in order to help, first of all, us to evolve, and then we reincarnate to help our brothers and sisters to evolve then as well. So this is the lessons we can take from here. This is the lesson we need to understand from reincarnation. So please don't think that the reincarnation is a kind of punishment. I born in
Oh
that
yeah,
family because of this. I born in a family. Oh, God doesn't like me because I hate my mom. I hate my dad. I hate my brother. I hate my sister. I hate my life. So it's not a kind of punishment. Never.
yeah.
Okay.
It would be a punishment if you're a pure angel. For Jesus to reincarnate on Earth,
Well, but
not
if you
that
pure
wasn't a
angel,
punishment.
yeah, but
Yeah,
if
but I
you
mean,
pure angel and you are punished to being reincarnated again, you are not pure angel. Because
yes,
the angel doesn't go back. If you're an angelical state, you don't go back to the previous one.
very true. But for us, it's an opportunity.
Yes.
For us, it's an opportunity. So if you see reincarnation as an opportunity, guys, which I believe is the best way that you can see, is the best
Yeah.
way that you can see Earth as a planet that can be a school for some, can be a hospital for the others, for others could be a place to rest, for others could be a place to, I don't know, to meet new friends, spiritual friends. So Earth is a multiple planet in one planet only. There is a universe on Earth, inside of Earth, if you see in the best way possible.
Yeah. Different people, different cultures, different way to handle things, different point of views. Like if you take like we are here, we are in Europe. If you take a plane in 2 hours, we are in a totally different culture, totally different
True.
beliefs. So that is not right or wrong. That is just, but the common, that is not a right, that is not right or wrong, but there is the common thing, doesn't matter where you are, solidarity. Solidarity and charity and help the other. This is regardless cultural, regardless where you are. This is what moves us together in the same sense of way. Again, we saw this type of solidarity about a year ago, or when we had this COVID. Everybody praying, everybody praising doctors, everybody fighting for life, everybody caring for each other, and so on. Unfortunately, this solidarity, not the COVID, this solidarity lasts for some time. But I would say, can you imagine if we live in a world in which we have that level of solidarity all the time,
All the
100%?
time, yeah.
This is going to be amazing. This is going to be out of the moon, like you buying things, but you also think that someone will buy this, so you, instead of take like 5 bottle of waters, you take like just 1 bottle of water, because that's why you need 1 bottle of water, because you know, okay, there is someone who's coming next, and they need this bottle of water as well, like me. People,
Remember the bread, Steven, in Ireland?
well, here in Ireland is bread,
Bread and toilet,
Oh,
bread and
gosh.
toilet paper.
No, toilet paper was in the US. Here in
Was
Ireland
in the
was
US?
bread.
Was
Here in
bread,
Ireland,
yeah.
if you say we're gonna have a thunderstorm, go to the shop and buy your bread. Otherwise, you're gonna be without bread. You know,
And there will be fight for bread.
they fight exactly. They fight for bread. I don't know where it is, but here they fight a lot for a piece of bread. But that's it, guys. That's what we needed to understand. And the best example we can give you, what songs don't say here. People got really crazy about their toilet paper. Yes, you know. Yes, I know. Well, we don't know. Each country has your own bit, but that's the point. We need to, if we have this type of word in which we exercise our solidarity, it's changed really, and we had the proof of that a year ago. I encourage you to keep with this sense of solidarity in your neighborhood, in your house. If you have kids, practice this solidarity with them. So show the good opportunities, this solidarity, this think about the others will help not just them but the earth, and perhaps this is gonna change the mindset of the humankind. Like, we are going to Mars, we have a helicopter flying in Mars, but we still have people here on Earth hungry,
Oh yeah.
dying for starvation.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm not judging. I'm not saying going to Mars is bad. No, I'm not saying this. I'm just saying we need to look to our problems and fix this. Perhaps if we fix this starvation problem, we fix this homeless problem, if we fix this kind, we will evolve. Instead of being flying helicopter, we should be we can travel to Mars if we have everybody working together.
I still prefer Jupiter, but I'm gonna be waiting for Jupiter.
No, well, traveling in a bus, you go to the bus, I got by
No, I still
that's what I'm
Jupiter. I
saying.
prefer.
No,
Yeah,
that's what
I
I'm
prefer.
saying. No, yeah, but this is the point I want to say to you guys. Okay, our time is up. Last comments from Mara here. My opinion is that if you are a good spirit, you should stay on earth to help others. So many people and nations need help. Yes, it depends on the missions, depends of your goals, what you want. But like Dr. Bezerra de Menezes, he chose to be helping the earth. Yes, we need each other badly. Yes, we need love society. We cannot progress. What we are missing now, why people are not respecting the lockdown anymore? Because they are missing interactions, they are missing contacts, they are missing see people, they hug people, they are missing, especially us Brazilians, we are missing touch people, say, well, no, but again, that's why it didn't work, because that's another lesson. Good point, Mara, here is the law of society. It's proof living in a lockdown, living in a bubble will not work. And the proof of that
Steven,
is we could not live more than 3 months in a bubble.
just a point that we have to throw to everyone, but from the Mara's comments, even if spirits they're gonna go. We are joking here about Jupiter and Saturn and things like this, guys. That's a joke, by the way. But even if spirits they're going to reincarnate in different places, Earth always there will be good spirits. It's not because the other ones are going that this place is gonna be empty. It doesn't work like this. People, spirits from Earth, they may go to different places, and other spirits will come here to help.
Yeah.
Because remember, who is in control of this planet, according to what we believe in Spiritism, is Jesus. He is the greatest spirit who is in charge of Earth. And there are millions of spirits working for him. So it will never be lost. It will never be without anyone. Always there will be good protectors, good people reincarnating, good people doing good things. But we must progress. So certain spirits must go for others to come. And that's life. Some people they go, some people they stay, and some people they keep doing their mission here.
Mm-hmm. And don't just remind us, according to Spiritism Review 1858, Jupiter is the most advanced planet in our solar system. That's why Wanderley wants to go to Jupiter.
That's why I'm joking, guys. Yeah.
You know?
That's
Yeah.
why.
Okay, so that's it for today, my friends. Thank you very much. We are 4 minutes over time, so thank you very much for all the contribution. I love when we have this kind of interaction with you guys asking questions. So times fly. I didn't realize we are already over. So thank you, Wanderley. So your appointment is still late.
Yeah, I'm waiting, but it's okay.
So thank you. So let me do the final prayer. I would like to ask everyone to again raise up your thoughts towards our mentors, towards our mentors of the Spiritist Society of Ireland. Ask them to enlighten ourselves, help ourselves to find our purpose of life, balance ourselves, take care of all the brothers and sisters who are struggling at this moment, struggling because they do not have nothing to eat, struggling because they do not have a shelter, struggling because they are sick, struggling because they are feeling alone. May all those hearts, may all those people, and spirits as well, receive in this moment these good vibrations in order to help us and them evolve as a humankind, not individually, but as a collective and fraternal society. So be it. Amen. Okay. See you guys. Thank you very much. And
Thanks, guys.
see
Bye.
you on Thursday. Thank you. Bye-bye.